The mise-en-scène behind the interviewee has to be relevant to the documentary. For example, behind the rock star, he's sat in a studio, which is relevant to who he is in the documentary. Similarly, in the documentary that I did, the hairdresser is sat in her hair studio. And as you can see behind her, there is a row of hair dyeing products. A natural background setting is used. Original conventions of documentaries are when interviewees cut from one person to another. It is also common that the next person speaking will be on the opposite side. As you can see, this interviewee is on the left-hand side and the second interview after that is on the right-hand side. Similarly, in my documentary, I used one twin on the left-hand side and the other on the right-hand side. We did this firstly to distinguish between the twins because they were talking about how their hair is different. It also shows the difference in opinion. As bits of their interview did a big jump cut, we had to use a dissolve so one would dissolve into the other, and so the interview ran more smoothly. The basic conventions of an interview are where the interviewee is sat in 2/3 of the screen. The interviewee here from Meatloaf shows exactly that. You will also notice that behind the interview there's Meatloaf singing, which anchors the meaning of the topic. As you can see behind the interview with Seychelles, we used a collage of different people's hair from our college. We put them all together and put them behind every interview that we did. It's used on a green screen and it looks quite effective behind all the interviewees. The title is probably one of the most important parts of the documentary. It's the very first thing that the viewer will see. As you can see from the Devil Made Me Do It title, it looks quite eerie. It's also the main focus on that page behind the black background. With the title slap bang in the middle and the eerie font, it anchors the meaning of the topic. This is similar with our documentary as the title is written in hair. It's on a white background, so it's the main focus of what people are looking at and people will notice it. The most common angle for the interviewees is a medium shot, however close-ups, big close-ups and long shots are also sometimes used. A medium shot includes the top half of the body, as shown in the Meatloaf interview. The interviewee is not looking directly at the camera, he's looking past the camera at the interviewer. The framing of the interview is probably the hardest thing that we struggle to do as a group. However, in the end we managed to frame them all correctly. As you can see with the Beth Roberts interview, she's positioned at the left-hand side of the screen. She's looking past the camera, giving eye contact to the interviewer. As you will also notice, at the bottom of both of these is a small font with the name of the interviewee and their relevance to the topic. Both of these are in a small white font that dissolve in and out of the screen. The name is written in a larger font and the relevance to the topic is written underneath it in a smaller font. We use this simple white font because we didn't want to take all the attention off the actual interviewee.